It will be a relief to the FA, yeah, but it's big news on a big day, isn't it? Gareth Southgate and those England players were desperate to be in France's shoes today, taking part in a World Cup final at the Lusail Stadium. They went home having been defeated by France in the quarter-final 8 days ago. But today is the day that the FA have confirmed Gareth Southgate will continue on as England manager until the end of Euro 2024 in 18 months' time in Germany. Gareth Southgate will take charge of England for a fourth major tournament. Let's show you exactly the statement from the FA today, which confirmed the news we were talking about on Sky Sports News last night when we said we expected Southgate to confirm he wanted to stay. This is from the FA Chief Executive Mark Bullingham. We are delighted to confirm that Gareth Southgate is continuing as England manager and will lead our Euro 2024 campaign. Gareth and Steve Holland have always had our full support, and our planning for the Euros starts now. So what's changed Gareth Southgate's mind? Remember, after that defeat to France in the quarter-finals last Saturday, he said he needed some time to consider his future and whether he wanted to stay on and see out his contract, which takes it until the end of 2024. Well, my understanding is that he was impressed by the support that he got from players within the squad. We heard from Harry Kane, Declan Rice, Jordan Pickford, all of whom said after the defeat they were desperate for the manager to stay and that he was a key part of the atmosphere that this England team were enjoying. Then I think Southgate was pleasantly surprised by the media and fan reaction to England's exit. There might have been a backlash, mightn't there, with the fact that England went out at the quarter-final stage, when in the last two major tournaments they've made the final and the semi-final in Russia 4 years ago. But no, most of the coverage was positive, saying that England had played well, they just didn't take their chances against a very strong France side. I think that buoyed him, especially because he'd faced the booing from England supporters after the 4-0 home defeat in the Nations League to Hungary back in June. So that was a welcome relief. The media was quite kind. Pundits were saying that he got most of his tactics right. I think all of that, combined with the fact that Gareth Southgate believes this England squad is very close to winning a major tournament, convinced him that he should stay. And so even though a few days ago we told you that the FA were ready to sit down with him in the new year and discuss his future, Southgate didn't need to wait for that, and he didn't need that conversation with the FA. He decided he wanted to stay, having spoken to Steve Holland and the rest of his family about the pros and cons of doing so. So Southgate stays on for another 18 months. He will see out his contract. He's going one more time to try and win a major trophy with England.
I think it's the right decision. I think that when I saw early last week that it was going to be discussed in the new year, I didn't think that would work really. Letting it hang for so long, I felt as though it needed to be dealt with, and I think that the fact it's come out overnight is welcome. I think that it puts it to bed. It allows everyone to focus now for the next 18 months. If there is going to be obviously a change, it's going to be after the next tournament. It means a proper succession plan can be put in place. It didn't feel right Gareth leaving, but it also didn't feel like either he or the FA had got anything lined up in their own careers or for the FA to replace Gareth. So I think that it's the right thing to do. I think that we've played well in this tournament, played well against France. We came out the wrong side of a 50-50 match. In fact, it wasn't. I thought we were a better team on the night, and that happens in football sometimes, and I know we always want an autopsy. We always want to sort of, if you like, find scapegoat or blame, but doesn't really exist for me in this tournament. I think that the players and the manager and the coach have handled themselves pretty well, accepting that, you know, losing in the quarter-final, there will be those, including myself, that will think, why can't we get over the line? But having not got over the line myself a few times, I understand it. Over the last 10 years, we've wanted a better team, more technical team, better performances, get into the last stages of competitions, keep in possession. Gareth's done all those things, make us feel good about playing for England again, get our players respected around the world and our game respected around the world. And through the obviously performance of the England team and obviously the Premier League, I suppose growth in the last 4 or 5 years of English players, I think, definitely becoming more technical. We're in a good place, and I don't feel as though, obviously with the women's success in the tournament, with the youth team's success, England had a really good 10 years. And I think that this idea that we need to bring in a sort of hard-nosed killer winner, and all of a sudden we'll be okay, I don't buy into it. I genuinely don't. I played with Gareth Southgate. I've known him quite a long time. He desperately wants to win. Don't sort of, if you like, be I suppose, fooled by the facade that he's just this nice guy just because he's polite when he speaks to people and he actually does press conferences where he's articulate. That, to me, doesn't transmit to being sort of, if you like, someone who's just nice in respect to the decisions he's made. You remember the way in which he's dealt with some big situations over this last few years, and he's been quite hard with it. Harder than a lot of England managers have been over the years who've bottled it with big names and put them straight back into the team.